Hey, Vision Chasers, Dr. Bird here, and I have a question for you. This is a question that everyone needs to ask themselves every now and then as you're chasing your vision of success. And that question is this: are you expecting more than you're giving? Think about it. Are you expecting more than you are giving? And when we talk about expecting and giving, we're talking about your level of effort, your level of energy towards the goal, towards the vision of success. What are you giving in order to get just a little bit closer each and every day? And we can lie to others and we can get by and get over on other people regarding our effort. We can lie to them, but we can't lie to ourselves because deep down, we know. We know. And when we're trying to fool ourselves and trick ourselves, that's why this question is important. That's why Vision Chasers, you need to take a moment every now and then to ask yourself if you're expecting more than you are giving. Because at the end of the day, we have to be honest with ourselves regarding our level of commitment. Because what we don't want, and what I don't want for you, is I don't want a cycle of disappointment. A cycle of disappointment because you know that you do have a goal, but the level of commitment, it's not there. You haven't checked yourself, or no one in your circle has checked you. You see, you need to be willing to do whatever it takes to reach your vision of success. And you need to review what you are doing and how you are doing it and your level of commitment, because it happens from time to time. We give in to, we slack, we procrastinate. Sometimes we'll lower the standard. Everybody does that every now and then. But I'm encouraging you to ask yourself this question so you can snap out of that, because that's not going to get you where you need to be. Slacking, making excuses, lowering the standard, procrastinating. No, you have to say no to those things. And if you're caught up in those things, you need to get yourself out. And you get yourself out by asking yourself, am I expecting more than I'm giving? That's it right there. You see, when you don't check yourself, when you don't check yourself and your level of commitment, then what happens is you become entitled. You become entitled. You just believe that, yeah, it should happen. It should happen. I want it bad enough. So yeah, it should happen. I should reach my goals. And that's a bad place to be. You don't want to be there. Vision chasers aren't entitled. In my very quick definition of to be entitled, it simply means believing that your excuses matter. Believing that your excuses matter. That's a person who is entitled. When they believe that their excuses should make a difference, their excuses should justify their laziness, should justify their procrastination. No, I don't want you to be entitled. Don't be entitled, because you won't like the results. I promise you that. The quote of the week this week, I like this. This is from Tony Robbins. He says, there's no abiding success without commitment. Once again, there's no abiding success. No abiding success without commitment. Commitment. That means you give yourself towards something. You give yourself towards your goal. You give yourself towards this chase of that vision of success. And when you recognize that, when you take time to recognize that and check yourself, you just immediately you start to see those areas where you're not doing your best, where you're slacking, where you're procrastinating, where for that split second you thought of a wonderful excuse in your mind. No. We got to throw that excuse away, because as a vision chaser, we're not entitled, and we know that those excuses, they do not matter. We got to get the job done. Got to get the job done. So here's a few takeaways that I want to leave you with here. That's number one, you need to check your giving, or check your effort. Check your effort. What are you giving into reaching that goal, to chasing that vision of success? You need to be giving everything. It needs to be max effort. It needs to be consistent. It needs to be your best. Check your effort. Check your effort. Number two, what is your attitude on what it takes? What is your attitude on what it takes? And what I mean by this, I often had students, they would ask me, well, hey, what can I do to score better on my test? What can I do to bring my grade up? And then I would explain to them, here's some ideas. Here's some things that I've seen in the past at work. And the student would say, oh my gosh, it doesn't take all that. That attitude right there, that I knew that with that student, I needed to spend more time with that student, because if they held on to that attitude, if they held on to that belief that, no, it doesn't take all that, I don't need to do all of that, I won't do all of that. I knew that student had that attitude, so I had to spend more time with that student to prove to that student that, no, your attitude, your belief about what it takes is incorrect. If you make these adjustments, you're going to like the results. So that's number two. What's your attitude on what it takes? You need to have a positive can-do attitude. It's not that it can't be done. It's how can it be done? How can I do this? And then number three, how do you respond to problems? How do you respond to problems? Now, this is important because, it's so easy. It's so easy to just admire a problem and just look at it and just point out all the different things that make accomplishing the goal so difficult. I don't want you to do that, because you'll be stuck. You'll be stuck. And again, you won't like those results. I recently did a video, and it's going to pop up really quickly here. You'll see it. There you go. And that video is about the problem solving process, the 4 steps of the problem solving process. I encourage you to watch this video, learn those steps. And then when you encounter a problem, try it out. Because what I want for you is, whenever you encounter a problem, I want you to immediately jump into the problem solving process. If you are able to do that, jump immediately into the problem solving process, what that does is that helps you to not waste time looking at a problem and then letting all these excuses come into your mind as to why you can't do anything. This problem right here, I can't do anything. No, you need to start the problem solving process. Well, vision chasers, again, those action steps. Number 1, check your effort. Number 2, what is your attitude on what it takes? And then number 3, how do you respond to problems? Please check out that video on the problem solving process. Well, vision chasers, I thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And until we meet again, please keep chasing the vision.